Hey guys, so today I'm showing you how to use targeted hashtags on Instagress to attract your tribe to your business. So on Instagress, it's typical that we get a lot of Beachbody coaches and different other MLMs coming to us, and it's typical just because based upon the hashtags that we're using. So the hashtags that you're using are going to be the biggest thing that's going to drive new people that you're going to want to work with to your business who aren't already connected to an MLM. So first things first, go to Instagress. I do likes and the comments, and I have bought a 30-day package. So scrolling down, let me just show you real quick. I use the emojis as my comments because they're pretty ambiguous and people don't get quite offended if you might put like clapping hands. If Instagram comments with clapping hands on somebody's broken toe, somebody might not get as offended as if you instead put, "Oh, that's nice," as a comment. So that's what I do when it comes to comments, but here is the real awesome sauce. It's the hashtags. So think about, who it is that it's in your target market. Where are they eating at? Where are they going to? What places do they frequent? What things do they enjoy? What are their favorite pastimes? All of that kind of stuff. And basically, when you're thinking about that stuff, think about all the places that you enjoy going to, all of the hobbies you enjoy, all of the things that are central to who you are as a human being. So here you're going to see my hashtags that I use. So I do put some Beachbody specific hashtags, but it's not dominated with Beachbody because, I keep the hashtags for Beachbody just in the rare case that somebody did purchase like the 21-day fix and didn't go through a coach and they still are looking for somebody to help motivate or coach them. So I do keep them for that. But largely you're going to see that my hashtags are varying between my hobbies, my favorite things to eat, my pastimes, where it is that I live, where it is that I used to live, where I went to school, so all of that kind of stuff. So for instance, you're going to see skydiving here, you're going to see hippie, chakras, universe, travel, travelista, Ann Arbor, which is a city I used to love to go to up in Michigan. You're going to see the University of Toledo because that's the college I went to. Lululemon, Cafe Gratitude, which is an awesome vegan restaurant chain that I love to go to out in California. Flash Tat, Delray Beach, which is where I currently live, free diving, Reef Life, Florida Local. You're going to see some Hawaii tags. So Kona, the Big Island. You see superfood smoothies, superfood salad. Grizzly Love, which is actually a clothing brand that is big on Instagram that is like a conscious style clothing brand. And so anybody who buys Grizzly Love clothing and wants to get their photos featured on Grizzly Love will tag their photos with Grizzly Love. So I am trying to target that audience as well. You see surfing, surfer, surfboard, all kinds of different stuff. But basically, these are centralized to who it is that I am as a human being, things that I enjoy. They're not really that vague, but some of them are. But basically, you want your hashtags to be a reflection of your hobbies, who it is that you are as a person, all of that kind of stuff. For instance, if you were my girl April McDonald, April has a German Shepherd. She loves guacamole, Chipotle, all of those kinds of things. So April would probably want to have German Shepherd dog, German Shepherd, GSD, Chipotle, avocado. Yes, I'll pay more for guacamole. Quotes or hashtags like that because that's going to attract to her people that she would truly want to work with. So what Instagress would do is based upon all of these hashtags that you put in here, it's going to go ahead, it's going to search through the Instagram database, and it's going to like anybody's photos who they're tagging their stuff with all of this. And then what's going to happen is those people are going to go through, they're going to see on their news feed that, you know, you like their stuff, and they're going to come back and they're going to, chances are, end up following you because they see your account, they see that you are closely, you know, you're relatable to them. And they appreciate the stuff and the content and the value that you're sharing. So they're going to follow you, and they're going to start building a relationship with you based upon the content that you're sharing and whether or not you are proactive enough to go ahead and then reach out to that person and begin to form a relationship with them that isn't just based upon Beachbody, but you're genuinely looking to get to know that person and have a deep connection with them. And one other thing that I want to make a comment on as well. So you have 30 hashtags that you could be tagging on your personal photos on Instagram. I want to make note that you do not have to, let's say for instance, your photo is a photo of you surfing. Your photo doesn't then need to only have the surfing hashtags on it. You could have skydiving, adventure, Delray Beach, Florida, GSD. Because the truth is, you know, if somebody was searching through the surfing hashtags and they came across, let's say somebody was searching for skydiving or Delray Beach hashtags, and they came across your photo where you're surfing, chances are they're going to click on your photo and be like, okay, this doesn't match up, or who is this person, or, you know, oh, this is awesome, this person's a surfer, let me check them out. And then once they click on over to your account, they're going to see that there's a lot of similarities between the two of you, probably because you have a lot of key common hobbies and interests. So they're going to want to follow you. So don't pigeonhole yourself into feeling like your photo needs to be hashtagged with hashtags that are relevant to exactly what that photo is. Because the more that you can tag hashtags on your photo that really resemble who it is that you are as a human being, the wider scope and the wider range and the variety of really awesome people that are going to end up following you and be added to your tribe just based upon the hashtags that you're using. Hopefully this was helpful. I would love for you guys to comment below with 15 to 20 different hashtags that you are going to now either start using on your own Instagram feed or that you are going to use on Instagress.